Relationships. Some are good, some are bad, some are damn near ugly. But one of the worst things about relationships is when you break up. Now, there's certain breakups that are smooth and easy like butter, but there are others that are so bad, they sometimes can shape who you are as a man. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, my first breakup that ever destroyed me or like really threw me for a loop was my first ever breakup. Now, this girl that I was talking to her for about a year or two. She was actually my next door neighbor when I was 15. I was 15, she was 14 at the time. It was the first girl that I actually showed any interest to, right? Now, you might be wondering, well, B, did you guys ever get in a relationship? Not technically, but that's not here or there. Listen to what I'm about to say. So, me and her were talking for a while, and there were certain times where she would make it seem like she was really interested in me. We'll either play volleyball together. Sometimes she would touch my arm, get close to me, tell me I smell good, tell me I look good. And, as a guy growing up, you're like, wow, she must be really into me. So what do? As a smart guy that I am, I start trying to find a job. So I have found a job at this one little supermarket, because back in Puerto Rico, there's certain places where they allow you to work even though you're underage. That's a whole other video for another time. But anyways, I worked at this grocery where I was hanging up plantains. Yes, half light-skinned man hanging plantains. Throw the monkey jokes now, okay? Monkey do, monkey see. Anyways, I was basically getting about $3 the hour, okay? So I was saving up as much as I could because I actually wanted to ask her out and take her on a date. Now, during this time, she was kind of like, how can I put this? Not ghosting me, but showing that she cared less and less. But as a guy in these times, you don't really think about that. You're just like, oh no, I gotta try harder, because that's what everybody tells you. When things are going down, no, you're not supposed to give up. You're supposed to continue. Even though you have like these weird feelings and every single sense, like your spidey sense is telling you, yo man, this is cooked, bro. We gotta jump ship. No, you know what you do? You grab the lifeboat and say, nah, I can save this. So that's what I was doing. So I finally got enough money. I think it was like $100. And I decided to, one, get a new shirt because all my shirts were kind of trash. And I also decided to take her on a movie date. Now, you might be wondering, well, how did you pull the move? How did you ask her out? It was very simple. I just basically went up to her literally and said, hey, do you want to go to the movies? She said yes. But there was a caveat. And this is where I should have known this is not going anywhere. She basically told me that she'll go only if her aunt and her sister goes. And guess who had to pay for all three of them? This guy. Yeah, cue the clown. Anyway, so we're heading to the movies. We're enjoying the movies. She's like cuddled up next to me. She's like getting scared and hugging me and stuff. I'm like, bro, like, yo, we for sure are gonna do this. Like, it's great. I'm at an all-time high. It's like a roller coaster, okay? The problem with this roller coaster is I only thought it was going up. I didn't see when it was gonna come down. So after we get out of the movies, there's this guy that she sees, right? And he goes to like a different high school that I did or whatever. And she basically like made it, based upon her body language and stuff. I was like, oh no, like she's really into this guy. She's not really into me. But me continuing to try to like make her see me and be with me and stuff, I keep trying and telling her, hey, like, like, I want you to be my girl, I love you, I want us to be together, we can be the best thing ever, yada yada yada, your mom gets along with my mom, like we can do this. Now, there were many signs that told me this wasn't gonna work. Outside of the sign that she was clearly showing she was choosing somebody else that she literally saw at the mall and did everything that she could to let me know that's where she was at. One of the signs during that day was her aunt goes and tells her, hey, Chelsea, my first husband, he was ugly too. And it lasted a while with him. And he was such a nice guy. And I go, in my head, I'm like, first of all, she's calling me ugly too. She's basically saying like this will only last for a while. And three, the girl who I'm basically taking out and paying for me, her aunt, and her little sister is basically affirming that I'm ugly and she's not into me. So that was already a red flag. Number two, the little sister had called me ugly that day, okay? That's like 16 red flags in one. But I think the moment I hit rock bottom and it really hit me that she really wasn't with me is when she ended up dating my cousin. Now, how did I find out she started dating my cousin? Well, actually, my cousin told me. So after we went through that scenario at the movie theater, she ended up leaving with another guy. It was a whole thing. Like, she basically told me, oh, like, I'm gonna go talk to him and I'll actually leave with him because he has a car, yada yada yada. And I was basically trying to do everything that I could to keep her with me, you know, bro. So like, at that moment, I'm like spiraling. I'm like looking through our text messages, you know what I'm saying? Like, staying up, making sure like she's good. I text her, she didn't respond till like the next day. Like, I'm bad. It's like bad, bro. It's like bad. So like, I give it a few weeks, you know. One of the things I always do when I go through these breakups, and I always suggest everybody to do it, bro. Like, what helped me was to hit the gym, to like work out and really focus on myself and like take better care of myself and not focus so much on the exterior things, you know, because a lot of times these breakups do help your character development, and it's something that as a man you need to go through to understand what you really need in your life and to understand who values you and who doesn't. Because one of the hardest things as a man to find is a woman who truly values you and loves you for who you are. And for all the guys out there that are probably going through a breakup, like, bro, it gets better after a while. I know you hear that a lot. I know people tell you that a lot, but it really does. Okay, whether you're in middle school, high school, now, or even when you're in your 40s, bro, it does get better. Don't be with a partner that doesn't value you, that doesn't love you, that doesn't do everything they can to make you happy. Because at the end of the day, a woman who truly cherishes you and treats you like the prize, you'll always end up treating her the same, bro. And the last thing I want to tell you is about my cousin, bonus story. So after a few weeks of that, I ended up not talking to her. I locked into the gym. I did all of that. And then I remember my cousin started coming around and they just started acting weird. And I was like, well, that's kind of weird or whatever. I didn't really focus too much on it. So come to find out, a few days later, it's me and my cousin chilling in the living room. He was like, yo, bro, like, I really need to tell you something. I don't know how you're going to take it. And I'm like, damn, like, what's going on? This man's so serious. I thought like something happened to his mom, his brother. Because at this point, there's a lot of like personal issues in our family going on. So he then explains to me that, you know, like, I know that she's your crush. I know that you like her. However, and then like, bro, my heart like sank to my asshole, bro. Like, I was like, no way, bro. This man about to tell me he had her like begging for mercy in doggy position, bro. Like, I was expecting the worst, but it didn't prepare me for what was even worse than that. He goes and he tells me, well, you know, we're actually dating and like she really like is with me, and I need you to understand that and respect that, and like I need you to back off from her. And I'm like, two of the people I trusted the most basically just like finesse me, bro. Like, finesse me bad, bro. Like, it was so bad that I remember there were nights where, bro, it was so bad I became literally like a stalker, bro. Like, I would sit in my kitchen and I would write poems to her. It was bad, bro. Like, I was playing like Romeo Santos. If you're Hispanic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was playing all these songs, like crying and saying, Chelsea, why, how could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? Like, bro, it was bad. And I fell into like this really bad depression where like I had to, like, it felt like clawing myself away and trying to get out of like this big ass crater that I created. And I think what I learned through that process, which is something I explained already, but for people who stuck around, is that you need to understand that in life things will not be fair. That in life, like, you will go through these tests, through these situations that'll put you in a position where you can choose to either let it be the downfall of your life or let it be something that brings you closer to your purpose. And you know, a lot of young men struggle with finding their purpose, especially after a breakup. And it's hard, bro. Sometimes people don't find their purpose till they're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. But don't let a breakup or a woman decide that that's where your life ends. Sometimes that's where your life begins. Sometimes it's just a lesson you need to encourage you to get better. And sometimes maybe that person just wasn't meant to be with you, bro, and you need to let her go, because there's better things that will come along that you will find, and you will find somebody who values you, whether that's a friend, whether that's another woman, whatever it is. Like, you'll find that. It can be your craft, it can be your hobby, it can be a lot of things, bro. You know, just lock into the gym, lock into making yourself better, and I promise you that life will be a million times better, bro. Anyways, that was basically the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe I made you laugh, maybe I made you cry, maybe I made you think that this is just cringe. But I hope that you got out of this some type of lesson, because hopefully I did. Hopefully your heart didn't go to, you know, your asshole like mine did. But anyways, that's been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy Be Easy, and there's more stuff that I need to cover. Peace.